Thank you, Senator. Senator King.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Secretary, you may be surprised. I'm going to start with a compliment. This week, the department published draft wind lease areas on the East Coast, 2 off the shore of Maine, 1, or rather 6 off the coast of Massachusetts. What I want to compliment you on is listening to the people of Maine, listening to our congressional delegation, and taking those lease areas out of what's called Lobster Management Area 1. That was important to us as we pursue our offshore wind goals, that they be done compatibly and responsibly with regard to our important fisheries. So the fact that the department removed potential lease sites from Lobster Management 1 is a big deal in Maine, and I want to express appreciation to the department for that. That's the good news. I was one of the folks that worked very hard on the Great American Outdoors Act, and a key part of the Great American Outdoors Act was a fund to deal with deferred maintenance in our national parks, which was and is a very serious problem. Here's the problem. Your budget underfunds maintenance, so we're digging the hole again. I don't know if this is in the expectation that we're going to be able to do another Great American Outdoors Act, or that there will be a good fairy come and take care of the deferred maintenance, but the maintenance budget is way below what it should be. A kind of rule of thumb for businesses is 2 to 5% of the asset value for annual maintenance. In that case, this would be a $4 or $5 billion budget. Instead, it's a $569 million budget. In other words, we're funding about 10% of what should be the maintenance for our national parks. I have talked to the Office of Management and Budget about this. I've talked to your department about this. I hope next year when you're proposing a budget, you're going to fight for an adequate maintenance budget for the national parks. It does not make sense on any level to be continuing to defer maintenance on our gem properties across the country.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator.
Will you commit to aggressively fight for a decent maintenance budget?
Senator, we are so grateful for GOA and understand how important it is. I want you to know that the budget does balance a continuing commitment to address the maintenance backlog through all sources of funding. In addition to the $1.3 billion from the GOA Legacy Restoration Fund, the budget proposes over $993 million to prevent or eliminate deferred maintenance from multiple sources, including line item construction, cyclic maintenance, Federal Lands Recreation Enhancement Act, and the Federal Lands Transportation.
Well, we'll continue to discuss this. I believe that the fundamental maintenance budget is below where it should be, and we're simply digging the deferred maintenance hole once again in contravention to the intent of the Great American Outdoors Act. Next issue is permitting. We are not going to be able to achieve a clean energy future if we can't build things, whether it's transmission lines, whether it's mining facilities, processing facilities. In other words, the environmental benefits we want to obtain are going to require going through a permitting process. The problem is your department sits astride a great deal of the time involved in these permitting processes by virtue of the time it takes to do the analysis and the impact analysis. You just talked to Senator Daines about a project that was due in February. It's not done yet. From the point of view of the environment, we have to do a better job. We don't have time to spend years and years and years and years waiting for an environmental analysis to permit a project that has a net environmental gain. And my problem is that there seems to be no sense of urgency in getting these studies done. Here's my standard for my staff. Eisenhower retook Europe in 11 months. Nothing should take longer than that. If Eisenhower can take Europe in 11 months, you should be able to determine what the impact on the environment is of a particular project in a particular place. Please, please work with your department, work with your scientists to incur a sense of urgency because this is urgent for the environment. That's the point I'm trying to make. This isn't an anti-environment position. This is a pro-environment position, but we can never get where we need to get on clean energy as long as environmentally sound projects languish in permitting hell at the Department of the Interior.
Senator, thank you for acknowledging that this is an important issue. The department, we've sought ways to improve permitting efficiency in the face of a growing workload that exceeds available staffing, quite frankly. The Fish and Wildlife Service is streamlining its environmental review process and inventing in our online system to provide greater transparency and improve both the process and conservation outcomes. We're working at it. And we feel very proud of the work that we have been able to do with our clean energy projects and appreciate the opportunity to.
Well, when you get back to the office, send a one-word email to your permitting staff, Eisenhower. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Slip back.